What's up, fam? It's Productive here. We're here with another video, man. We're going to check out some 10 shocking NBA body transformations in this year, 2020, man. So let's check this out. Let's see what's up with this video. As always, man, if you like this video, smash that like button, guys, and consider subscribing, man. Let's get it.
Come on, Morgan.
I'm going to put that work in, man.
3, 1.
You gotta find your balance quick on this topic stuff.
While NBA players are often some of the best athletes in the world, some are more fit than others. And be it a little bit of belly fat or a slim set of legs, some players are a lot less in shape than others. However, there are some NBA athletes out there that have used the quarantine to work out that little bit extra, and some that have put on a few pounds, and as a result, are unrecognizable when compared to their former selves. So today, we're going to be giving these players a look by counting down the top 10 NBA body transformations of 2020. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button so that you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Want to win an Xbox One? Enter our 150,000. Number 10, Nikola Jokic. It goes without saying that Jokic had one of the most famous body transformations of the 2020 quarantine. You see, before quarantine started, Jokic had often been the subject of ridicule about his weight, as the 7-foot-tall center has come in at over 250 pounds for most of his career. And although he had already begun the weight-losing process at the beginning of this season, as he had dropped between 20 to 25 pounds between September and February, when the season stopped for a few months back in March, he really took it up a notch. And as a result, the before and after shots of him are truly incredible, and the increase in fitness has definitely translated to him being much more quick and agile on the court.
What did you do to lose the weight?
It's just our strength coach Felipe. He's with us 5 years, and he's doing everything for me for 5 years. So he just gave me a little diet, little workout plans, and we go through that together.
Number 9, James Harden. While James Harden is an athletic player, in 2019, videos began to surface of him not being the best of shape. After all, as can be seen in this boxing clip, he had a little bit of a belly, and this layer of fat certainly wasn't helping him outpace any other players on the court. However, once quarantine hit, he began a full-out transformation, with him being quoted as saying that, quote, "I've been doing a lot of cardio. I've got treadmills in my houses, weights, and all that good stuff. It really hasn't affected me like it's affected a lot of other players." When you further consider that he often works out 2 to 3 times per day, it should come as no surprise that he has been able to slim down and dominate by the time he made it to the bubble.
Over the last 4 years, my job has been getting James Harden ready in the
But James got a little bit too skinny, in my opinion.
off season. So he plays 82 plus games every year. We got to keep him durable, resilient, and healthy. But he's also competing for the MVP this year. So it's not just about health, it's also about explosiveness.
Compete for the finals, not just the MVP, like to be championship.
Centers generally tend to be bigger than most of their fellow teammates, and Mark Gasol certainly used to be no exception. That's because at 255 pounds, he was one of the heaviest guys on the Raptors roster, and as a result, he would often be used to bully bigs in the paint. However, this weight definitely limited his agility at times, which is why he began a complete body transformation at the beginning of the quarantine. Now much skinnier and much more toned than he used to be, there is no doubt that his decrease in weight will allow him to up his game during this postseason.
You know, we haven't actually ever seen prime Marc Gasol with the Raptors. Like, he's not even played a full season with the team because he came to the trade deadline last year. So you're not actually getting like a full sense of what prime Marc Gasol is. And look, maybe at 35 years old, prime Marc Gasol is not going to come out and drop 20 points a game in the playoffs. But I'm looking forward to a Marc Gasol who can move around a little bit more than he did before.
Number 7, Carmelo Anthony. As far as falls from grace go, few were as bad as that of Carmelo Anthony's. That's because in the span of just 5 seasons, one of them ones, he went from averaging about 24 points per game and continuously appearing in the NBA All-Star game to being a bench player, averaging about 13 a night. And while his stats have taken a massive turn for the worst, it seems that his body also followed suit, as claims that he was fat and lazy seems to materialize into him being physically out of shape in recent years. However, after going for much of the season without a team, he finally turned things around in 2019 to 2020, where he started a new workout regime and was eventually picked up by the Portland Trail Blazers. And when you look at his body now versus how it looked a few years ago, it's clear that his hard work has made a difference.
The question is, how long you think you'll play?
I don't, honestly, I really don't know.
Or is that not even in your mind?
I haven't even been like, you know what, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I wanted to come back and, I want a farewell tour. No, No, I wanted to come back and play and be productive in the hoop at
Be
the end
productive.
of the day.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to be
Number
me,
6,
guys.
Zion Williamson.
My God.
Of all the prospects coming into the league in the 2020 draft, few were as...
No cap, guys. I'm 5'8". I used to play football, right? I used to be mad skinny, gain a whole bunch of weight. So I gained like 42 pounds in the first 9 months of lifting weights a couple of years ago. And I got to the point of me dunking at 5'8". So trust me, I can definitely relate with body transformation, man. This stuff is needed. You gotta take care of your bodies, man.
After all, with his massive height and build, he has been slated to be the next Charles Barkley. However, his height has always been worrisome, and as a result, there were some who made comparisons between him and the legendary bust Anthony Bennett. However, during the offseason, Zion proved his doubters wrong by getting into incredibly good shape, as he reportedly lost about 25 pounds of fat while putting on 10 pounds of muscle. Therefore, so long as he doesn't gain back the pounds, we expect him to be a force to be reckoned with when the Pels are back in the running next season. Number 5, Luka Doncic. Now hear us out. Yes, we know Doncic has been absolutely dominant during the NBA playoffs. And yes, we know that he looks insane on the court. However, at the beginning of the bubble season, that wasn't the case. That's because, as put by Doncic's trainer, Jared Draxler, in June, quote, most players struggle to stay in shape. Doncic is no exception. He is not in the best shape, which is normal. NBA games will not be played before the end of July, so there is enough time to help him recover and get ready. However, considering how well he's been playing lately, it's clear that he has been able to turn things around. Number 4, LeBron James. Although most would agree that LeBron James is almost always at the top of his game, both physically and mentally, the quarantine seems to have made him improve much more than anyone could have ever expected. That's because throughout the quarantine, he has shown off his workouts to the world via Instagram and Twitter, and had reportedly worked out like a madman for months on end, despite the fact that the future of the NBA season was uncertain. Therefore, once the bubble season began, he was in even better shape than he was a few months before, and as a result, has been able to be absolutely dominant on the court. But of course, only time will tell if all of this hard work will translate into a championship.
It will, and it did, guys.
May very well be at the very end of his career, he nonetheless gets a spot on this list due to his extremely hard work during the quarantine. That's because before the quarantine began, he was not in the NBA at all. He had been teamless after being dropped by the Phoenix Suns at the end of the 2018-2019 season. And as a result, he began training harder than ever during the quarantine, and even stated in late March that, quote, I've been training as if I'm playing. Hopefully, I'll get another chance to get back out there. And while a return may have seemed unlikely, thanks to the fact that 4 players on the Brooklyn Nets decided to opt out of playing in the bubble, Crawford was signed onto the team for the remainder of the season and postseason. And although he would unfortunately suffer a left hamstring injury and only play in one single game for the Nets, that one game ensured that he not only became just the 29th player in NBA history to play at the age of 40, but also just the 8th player to play for at least 20 seasons. If that's not impressive, we don't know what is.
Well, I played every single day. I went back to old school, training like I was in high school, wearing weight vests, running hills, doing yoga stuff, doing strength stuff. So I'm ready. I really am.
At 40, they'll big up to that.
To be honest with you, I feel quicker.
Number 2, Russell Westbrook.
That's crazy.
Much like LeBron, Westbrook has made it a priority to improve his already great physical shape during the quarantine. That's because rather than laze around, he had also been posting his workouts to social media and had made it a priority to be ready when the season started again.
Play football, and as a result,
he was an absolute beast once this season was up and running again. And as such, he was able to improve by about 3 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and 1 steal once the season restarted.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's explosiveness.
In the playoffs, this can make all the difference between bowing out early and making an impressive run.
Are you working out? Are you still in good basketball shape?
I would say so.
Yeah,
I
mean,
you know he's in
Westbrook. Yeah, but I mean, like, if there was, there's
Russell could be a boxer, guys. Like,
the summer go right to playoffs. Would you be ready?
He should go and train with Floyd.
I'm always ready.
And sign with TMT.
Number 1, Dion Waiters. As far as production goes, Dion Waiters isn't exactly known to be elite, as after averaging just 9 points on a 38.5% field goal percentage
this guy, I don't know why he's
games
in the NBA.
with the Heat, he was cut from the team. However, right before the quarantine started, he was picked up by the Lakers, and he knew that this could be his last opportunity to play in the league. As a result, Dion got to work and report.
He was picked up by the Lakers because he gives insight on what Miami is like, because he was in Miami.
reportedly lost over 13 pounds and gained quite a bit of muscle during his time off. It was this increase in fitness that has allowed him to greatly improve his numbers since coming back, as he is now averaging a much more respectable 12 points per game while boasting a 42.5% field goal percentage. Therefore, on our ends, we just hope that he will be able to keep this up well into the playoffs.
Hey, work is work at the end of the day, you feel me?
That's all we have for you today, everyone. And thank you all for watching.
That's crazy because his kid's going to be dunking at like freaking 8, 9 years old, man. That's crazy, man. But hey, nonetheless, guys, if you put the hard work in, man, success will come. Success is a byproduct of hard-ass work. So work your butt off, man. With that, like, comment, and definitely subscribe, guys. I'll be back in with another video. And until then, as I always say, guys, enjoy yourselves.